looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And the game is underway with a kickoff out of bounds. Not the way you drew it up, but a great break for this offense.
The run inside. It's Jackson. Breaks into the open. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
He might want another play. Throwing, say it. Gonna let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Saying to throw for it on fourth. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Here's the pressure. Working that left side now. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Williams. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Here's Carr to throw. The sure hands. It's Flanagan.
He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. To the air, it's Carr. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He got it, beat down in bounds. Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
It doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened, and your defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. Offense in a bunch formation. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Saying. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Got his man downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Say it. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Turning it on. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
In the red area, it's Jackson. Runs through the tackle. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great sailor. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver.
And he's in, pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Extra point here will give them the lead.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. Timeout called by the offense. They obviously saw something that gave them pause before this two-point attempt. going for two here. Wonder if they're going to be chasing points the rest of the game. Tight end now in motion. Here's Julian saying to throw. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The give is to Williams. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option two, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Carr. Bringing the heat. And it's a sack.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Carr to throw for it on 4th. He'll take a deep shot here. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's Sayin to throw. With the catch, it's Jackson. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second.
Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. Coaches like to say no game is more important than any other. But when you have a couple of top 10 teams ready to square off, yeah, that one carries a little more weight. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Hey guys, checking in pregame with the Miami head coach. He said this is a crucial game on the road against a quality opponent. It means so much. Not only the college football playoff rankings, strength of schedule, and everything that goes into a matchup like this. This is the biggest challenge so far in their season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Rebels headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cotton. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff. And he'll be stopped at the 17.
They'll start on the ground with Brown. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a game.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They want to run it left here. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Quarterback making adjustments. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
That's a pretty sticky coverage right there, man. You play that man-to-man coverage and you have those out-breaking routes. I tell you what, you got to kind of be careful as a QB how much you want to attack that, especially when the coverage is so tight. He does a good job staying glued to the receiver and knocking the football down.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Off-play action on first down. Taken in by Smith on the right side. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
The run inside. It's Lacy. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Dumps it to the back. Got him in the open. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
And find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Throwing, Mensa. Caught in the backfield. It's Lofton. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Here's Darian Mensa to throw. Get it out to the supersonic guy. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football, and guys, that's not going to be the last time. Defense has done a nice job taking it away from them up to this point. The question, though, can they keep it up?
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop many of those balls that hit them right there in the hands. That was a missed opportunity by the tight end right there.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. He wants to change this route. Here's Mensa to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Fletcher. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
Darian Mensa from the gun on third down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Going for the marker on the ground. Fights off a defender. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the first down.
Mensa fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. A great catch in the end zone.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, so a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Cook. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, you're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
And while that last pass was complete, it's left them in an even worse situation on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. Wants to throw it again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Quick completion to the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Rebels will hustle to the line.
Stay up, stay up.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Out of the end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Running into the open space. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple in 2nd and 8, quarterback may change this route. Throwing, Mensa unloads to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
Just got to finish the play. If you're the wide receiver, you got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And the Canes will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Rebels offense is back on the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Running inside, it's Lacey. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Odom. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lacey. Open space at the 25. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Lacey. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Cook. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. It's complete to the right. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Lacey. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands.
Number 17, set to kick it away.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Darian Mensa to throw. Quarterback adapting. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense picks it up. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover. Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
They'll send the back in motion. Off the play fake. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And when you get closer to this area near the red zone and closer inside the 5 like you are here, it's tough to throw certain routes, right? Like you need to throw those slants. You need to throw those fades. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hands really, really quickly because you know you're going to get some pressure from that defense.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Stepping to the right. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. He got it back corner of the end zone.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half in this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring it out. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Oh, and a burst disaster by falling on his own fumble.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them, so a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Here's Mensah to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Might be changing the route. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He'll try to take it back.
And I like the aggressive.
Welcome to storied Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. Today, conference bragging rights on the line in this SEC Big Ten clash. It's the Florida Gators and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thanks, guys. The Florida head coach told me before the game, he understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters, but he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd
inside. It's Hansen. Can't get him to the ground. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
Pressure coming. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Snatches it on the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And they talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to see it. You see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
And I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watched film all week long. You've seen this guy torch defenses. You cannot play coverages that allow this guy to take the top off and get behind your back line. That right there is just a big mistake defensively, a bad call. And kudos to the offense for finding the matchup and making them pay.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Coming out with it, it's Ball. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for room. It's Pryor. Got enough for the first. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Jones wants to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Pryor. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there. Now, I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Quarterback making checks. Trying play action. Fires to the big fella. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Escapes the pressure going right. Slings it downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open, throw me the ball, throw my hand in the air. You know what? That pick, it goes on the quarterback stats, not the receivers.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Quick release on the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Tight ends nowadays, they're oversized wide receivers. They run routes like wide receivers. They make people miss now in space. They're guys that are now featured in offenses where in the past that wasn't the case.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Gets the back moving. To the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Wallace. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. Trying to get rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. You saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit. And it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sowell. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to him.
A booming punt, and it's headed toward the sideline. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Hard running there. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. Jones to throw. Right on the money. He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at the 33. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Might be calling a hot route. On the run, it's Pryor. Plows through the defense. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Gators want to pick up the tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Pryor. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Jones wants to throw it. He fires to the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gators! The best way I can think of to describe this cat, he's like a human get-out-of-jail-free card. He'll make it work no matter the circumstance.
And so as a defense, Reese, I mean, you've got to be aware of what this guy is doing at all times. I mean, if he's not just staying in the pocket and he takes off, you've got to have bodies flying to the football. And stop worrying about these wide receivers because this guy is dangerous with his legs.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State's offense comes onto the field, ready to start the drive. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. The quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Defense right there to... him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the stick.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off play action. Under fire. Buying some time. Trying to escape and get it. There he goes. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
And it's something you learn as a pass rusher all the time, man. If I beat that tackle immediately, right away, there's usually a reason. They're wanting me to run upfield. He plays the screen beautifully. The defensive end stays home, sees it, makes a tackle on the running back, and prevents the big play.
Now sliding to his left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. And
And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10.
Booster, booster. Level.
They'll run play action. Now adjusting. Unleashes to the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Hansen. Snowed under by the defense. It'll be 3rd and long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Beck. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Sends it back in motion.
Sweet. Q. Flat.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Has it. And he goes down right there. That play's going to lose yardage.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Offense changing the play. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a grab for a big play. Here he goes. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida.
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They had the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the D.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Wallace. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They want to run this quarterback. Runs through a tackle. He'll get a fresh set of down, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. 10. Touchdown Gators. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Let's go. Nothing warms my heart more than a big boy getting an interception and getting in the end zone and showing off why defensive linemen are the most athletic position on the field.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Looking long. Brings it down on the right side. Open spaces. Touchdown, Penn State. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Looking to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And the sticky fingers allow them to grab the 2-point conversion. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He might want another play. Jones to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And back to the air on second down. Moving out to the right. Caught over the middle. It's Singleton. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Going to try to get it himself. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Rifles it down the middle. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Jones wants to throw it. Escapes the pressure to his right. Hits him with a stiff arm. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
And this defense, how about it, man? Putting some pressure on the quarterback, getting the big sack, but now letting him take off and get so many yards back and climb back in this third down situation. Good response by this offense from a disastrous first down.
Here they come, trying to convert a third and short from the 28. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
So now it's second and long. Making inside adjustments here. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Got a man. It's Boyd. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
You've heard us talk about it a million times. Find the tight end in the red zone. Use the big bodies, right? Well, they do. And he drops it. God, that is not normal for the tight end position. These are the guys you depend on down here in this area.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Jones to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. Strong, firm tackle.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Number 91, set to kick off.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Beck. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He's looking downfield to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. He goes right back to the air. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. It's Samuel. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The
The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Moving away from pressure. Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Smacks him with the stiff arm. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, how nice is it to have such a weapon at tight end? A guy that can catch the football and make people miss, but right here, break tackles, extend the play, make bigger chunks than what's really there. That's what can really make this offense dangerous.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Run in the red zone, it's Wallace. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Calls his own number. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal and third and long. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Rushes on him. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
He got it. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Stepping to the right. The throw. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
They're dealing with a second and long. Jones wants to throw it. Finds a tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to throw, it's Beck. Unloads it left. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Penn State. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Now they'll try to tie it up with the too late. He wants to throw it. He is denied. Stopped short of the goal line, trying to tie the game, and he will not get the two-point conversion.
26, Penn State, 24. Number 94, set to kick this one.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Jones to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll get rid of it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
My old coach always used to say, don't turn a bad play into a catastrophe. He got flushed outside the pocket. Listen, it's okay. You can throw an incompletion. Don't create a turnover. Don't try to force it. At least the quarterback took care of the football.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Defense did its job, got the football back, and now they can win it with a field goal. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Running inside, it's Hansen. Fighting off the defender. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness, Palmer.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the 4th. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Gives him the big stiff arm. And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Jones wants to throw it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Pulls it in. It's Singleton. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Gators want to crank the tempo. Quarterback making adjustments. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
One possession game. You have got to be able to give your quarterback an opportunity to survey the field. He didn't have it that time. Got hit. It affected the accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Gators! They move on top here in the fourth. The Gators answer right back.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the two. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. The two-point conversion is good.
And I think you hear about this chart all the time, when to go for two, when not to go for two. Smart decision. Second half, being up by one doesn't help you. Getting that two-point conversion, that's a big deal. Now this offense up by a field goal.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man on the right. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to pass. It's Beck. He's going to let it go. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Like Holly told us, this crowd is not going to fade away, and they're rising up now. To the air on first down. Forced out of the pocket. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. Second and long working here. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Florida. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Defense playing a bail technique. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To throw, it's Beck. Fires to the right. And here's the third interception of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the...
Lofts one deep down the right side. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. All the way back. Touchdown, Penn State.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll take this opportunity to talk things over on the sideline.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. 3-point lead, put together a great drive here, Jesse. You can turn it into a two-possession game.
Let's do that. Let's get a touchdown on the board. Let's find out where our playmakers have the best matchups, and let's exploit those, David.
And it would put our defense in such a great position. Fourth quarter, two-possession lead. It makes it easy to play defense.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Jones to throw. Under fire. On target to the left. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. And the Gators will try to run out the clock in this final minute. Looking downfield on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. He wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. Tripped up for the tackle. Penn State will spend its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
Well, we knew this quarterback could put up some monster numbers. He is putting on a clinic in this game. He now has over 400 yards passing.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Escapes the pressure going right. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
And, you know, it does look as if they're going to leave the offense out there. And I guess you look at time and score, you can kind of understand a field goal doesn't help you that much. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
What a great stop in a big moment for this defense. Nice job getting the stop. Now listen, the ball goes back to the offense, and this has a chance now to be a great finish. That was a clutch stand for this defense.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Beck. Zings it complete to the right. Saving every precious second out of bounds with 24 ticks to go. It'll be first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And so far today, man, both offenses have been so good. Like, putting up points, being productive. Now in a big moment, man, the defense has a chance to step up. Nice job batting the football down. A couple more opportunities to make some plays and maybe win this football game.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got it. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Each corner's backing off a bit. To the air, it's Beck. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Got it! Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it.